Today's video is gonna be so fun! Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is gonna be so much fun. I've really been so excited to do this one because it is a tag video and I haven't done these in forever. And the tag that I'm gonna be doing is the Truthful YouTuber tag. I saw some other beauty YouTubers do this tag and I was just like, it looks like so much fun, and I just love that it's about being honest and truthful, and that's what I'm all about. So I was just like, let's do this tag. There are 16 questions that I need to answer, so without further ado, let's get into it. The first question is, have you ever received a product, tried it, didn't like it, and then decided not to review it? And that is very, very simple and easy for me to answer, of course. I just honestly don't think it's worth it, because if I don't have my integrity and if you guys don't trust me and find me truthful, then I have no job. This is my job. This is what I live by doing. And also personally, before I did YouTube, I was also watching reviews from other YouTubers, and I always hated when I saw them review a product being like, oh, this is so good. And then I went to buy it because I obviously believed the person. And then when trying it, just being so disappointed because it was absolute crap. I just made that promise to myself and to you guys that my integrity is #1 and being truthful is #1 and key to me. So you will never see me fake review anything. I will always be 100% honest, and if there's something that I don't like that I get sent, I will not review it. The paycheck just really isn't as important as your trust in me. Next question is, product you use alone but don't show or use online? That's a good question. I feel like that I do a lot of these everyday makeup tutorials where I show you my everyday makeup and what I use at the moment when it comes to makeup. I have my makeup that I use right here actually, so let's just see. This is what I use today. I feel like I've shown you the Origins powder, Laura Mercier powder, my mascara. Oh, actually, I don't really know why I don't show it that often to you, because I use it literally almost every single day, but I feel like MAC kind of had its time, if you get what I mean. It was so popular when I started doing makeup tutorials and so on. MAC was like the it makeup brand. Now there's just so many other bigger and also sometimes better makeup brands out there. Most people have kind of like forgotten about MAC, which is kind of like a shame because they do have some key items. This one is one of my, as I said, good OG nude lipsticks. This is the lipstick called Myth, which is also the one I'm wearing today, and it's just such a great nude color. I actually mix it with my, with the Huda Beauty lipstick in the color Staycation. These two together are just like a match made in heaven. They're both nude and very beigey in the undertone, and those two together, those are my go-to nude lips. Next question is, product you want but won't buy because you don't support the brand. To be fairly honest, I am not really into that cancel culture thing. So there's really not that many brands that I don't support or that I don't try out. I feel like sometimes you have to divide the brand or the brand owner from the actual makeup. But I must be honest, in the past, I decided not to use Jeffree Star makeup because of those comments. I don't want to support brands where I'm not agreeing with their actual beliefs. For a while, I did boycott Jeffree Star makeup, then I started using it, and to be fairly honest, it is good. But as I said before, I just personally don't want to support brands where I don't support the brand owners. Also, before Kat Von D Beauty became KVD Beauty, I didn't really use their products either because of the big scandal between her, like Kat Von D and Jeffree Star, and also the big vaccine thing with her child and so on. I just thought it was really unlucky, especially for the brand, because the makeup was good. And I'm actually really happy now that Kat Von D, she's left KVD Beauty. She has nothing to do with it anymore. I just think that's much better for KVD Beauty, and actually I've got one of their palettes here. KVD Beauty. It's a contour palette. I've used it today. It's always been one of my go-to products. Other brands, I didn't really use Line Crime for a while because of the bad conditions, like working conditions. The same goes with Kylie Cosmetics. I've heard some really bad things about that place and working there. To me, it's just really important to support those brands that have good work ethics when it comes to their workers and how the makeup is produced and so on, and the heart behind the brand as well. But I don't like cancel culture, and hopefully if things get better, I might support it once again. But yeah, I gotta follow my heart. And let's move on. Do you have any blocked words? And I think it's like blocked words in the comment sections. Yes, I do. I do get a lot of like sexual comments, which are really gross. So everything that's got to do with sexual stuff, whatever like that, I've just blocked those words because I don't want it to be a part of my channel. I want it to be child friendly and yeah, just friendly in general. Also some words like hooker or slut or bitch, I've also blocked those words because I don't think they're worth it. And there are just some swear words as well. I don't want it to be a part of my universe and my YouTube channel or my Instagram or TikTok. I want it to be a friendly and happy place. Do you delete comments? If so, why? Yes, I do. I do. And it was something that I didn't do in the beginning of YouTube because I was like, everybody is entitled to their comments and their opinions. But now that I've gotten older and wiser, I'm like, is it really okay to put out all of your crap on other people like that and to call other people bitches or whores or liars or whatever? It does affect you as a person to be called a slut or a bitch or that you're fake or whatever. It's just not nice, and therefore I've just decided for my own health, for my own mental health, to delete some comments and also just to block some people as well, because I just don't want it to be a part of my universe. As I said before, I don't want it to be a part of me, and I don't want to feel sorry every single time I watch those horrible comments. So I delete them. Next one, I've kind of already answered, but do you block people? And yes, I do. Once again, I'm really trying to take care of myself and my own mental health, and if people comment on me or my family or say something nasty to others in my comment section, I block them. Sometimes I do take up the fight and I reply and try to explain why I said what I said and why I did what I did. But once again, some people just wants the attention and wants to be nasty, and I'm just like, I don't want to give them the attention. I don't want to give them the space to let out all of that negativity. So I block and delete. And honestly, it is just to protect myself and my family and my loved ones. I know that it hurts my family so much when they see some negative comments about me. Sometimes I also get those nasty comments about my sister or my mom or my dad, and I'm just like, I just can't have it. You can say whatever you want about me, I can take it. I've been on YouTube for so many years now. I've grown thick skin, but my family, they didn't ask for the fame or whatever or the attention, so I really also feel like I have a huge responsibility to protect them. Have you ever lied about a product to stay on good terms with the brand? I don't think so, because most times if there is a product that I've been sent that I generally don't like, I just generally don't talk about it. Sometimes when I do have these meetings with companies or brands and they ask me about their products, I always tell them what I like, but also tell them what I think they could do better. So if there is a lipstick or a formula that I don't like or whatever, I tell them, because they also want to grow as a company and as a business. And if I, as the influencer who's trying it and testing it out, don't like it, chances are there's more people out there who don't like it either. I will, however, say sometimes when companies, they send you products and you don't talk about them, and when you then meet up with them for a meeting or at an event or whatever, and they ask you, oh, so what did you think about the mascara? You're just like, there's kind of like a reason why I haven't talked about it. I don't like it. Sometimes it does get a bit embarrassing or just awkward when they send you stuff that you don't like. But once again, you just have to be honest and tell them your honest opinion about the product, and hopefully they will reformulate, or yeah, maybe just didn't work for you. What else? Next is, have you ever initially liked a product when you received it and then changed your mind but didn't let your audience know? There's definitely products that I've tried out, and when I've tried them out like in a first impression, I've really liked them, and then as I've used them more and more, I just didn't like them. I feel like I tried that with the Benefit Professional Primer. For some time I really did like it, but then my skin changed and my preferences when it came to primers changed. And I have told you guys that, but it took me a while to tell you, because It feels so weird having sat down in front of the camera some years ago going like, this is the best primer ever, and then suddenly being like, I don't like it. Our skin changes, our preferences changes, we change as people as well. Obviously, some of our opinions about different products will change as we go, but I try, as I said before, to stay as honest as possible. Next is influencer you don't trust. It feels horrible to sit here and need to like mention names. I would say all of those people that don't disclose when they do advertisement, when they actually have received money to do a review. If they don't disclose that this is an ad or whatever, then obviously I don't trust the influencer. And I don't really know if I should mention names or not, but there are definitely some American YouTubers, also unfortunately some Danish ones, that I definitely would not trust. I give zero credit for their opinions and their reviews. I always pride myself in being 100% honest, and I always want to test out products before actually talking about them. Whereas I know some Danish influencers, YouTubers, celebrities, they get asked to promote a certain product for a certain amount of money and they're just like, sure, whatever, what do you want me to say? Can you not see how wrong that is? Do you have no integrity? Next is influencers you trust the most. I can definitely mention some. I trust Desi Perkins for sure. I think she's so honest. Makeup by Steph, I truly like Stephanie. I truly trust her reviews as well. Raw Beauty Christie, of course, she is so trustworthy. I love her. Caroline Hirons as well. When it comes to skincare, she's so professional. Who else? Skincare by Hirons. He's amazing too. So there are definitely some people on the internet that I truly do trust. Also Shan XO. She just seems like such an amazing girl, to be honest. I've always wanted to meet her. She was actually one of the reasons why I started doing YouTube. If you ever see this video, Shannon, I love you. I think you're amazing. And thank you for giving me so much inspiration. Anyway, those are definitely some of the YouTubers that I truly trust. Secret tips or product application you don't show while in camera? Not really. I feel like that I really want to share all of my tips and tricks with you guys. That's what my YouTube channel is all about. I will say the one thing that I do very often is that I draw my beauty marks like with a marker. Something that I usually don't show on camera. People always get so annoyed when I don't show. But I just feel like it's such a stupid little step that everyone can do, and I just simply do it because I put on a lot of foundation, and because I like my full coverage, all of my beauty marks, they get like concealed obviously, and I really want them to show through the makeup, so I always like draw them. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people, they get annoyed because I don't show, but honestly I just use this MAC, what's it called, Shade Plus Shade Brow Tint in the color taupe, and then just draw them. That's it. This is also the thing that I use to draw freckles. Have you ever showed one product but were actually using another? I will have to say yes. To be honest, when I show you that I use a brush, I actually use several. It's just a way of preference. This is maybe actually one of the things that I don't show on camera that I should be showing a lot more, because when I tell you I'm about to apply like a powder, like maybe a bronzer or whatever, I'm obviously going in with a bronzer brush and then using that one. But then just to blend it in or whatever, I'm using a second brush just to go over and make it look a bit more natural and blend it in some more. So that is probably one place where I do use another product than what I tell you guys. That's probably one thing that I should be better at doing, just to tell you that I'm actually using several brushes. But yeah, it's just a habit. Have you ever not disclosed a sponsorship? No, it's actually illegal in Denmark not to disclose if you're doing an ad or whatever, so no. Next is, have you ever had a bad interaction with a brand? I will say this, most brands and brand owners and companies have amazing co-workers and yeah, just an amazing team, honestly. Most of them are so kind, so sweet. But I will say there was one time where I had an interaction because I did a sponsorship with them. I won't mention the brand, but they were not very nice, and that has also made me go like, I will never ever work with you guys again, like never. I really need to have a good interaction and a good relationship with the people that I work with, and if I don't feel like that I have that, if the chemistry is just not there, or if I feel like they've been rude or whatever, I don't want to work with the company. I did a sponsorship with them once and haven't done it ever since. it just wasn't good. Really rude. Second to last question is, have you ever bandwagoned with other people's thoughts on a particular product? And yes, I have, especially like in the beginning of my YouTube career. I was such a big fan of Zoella and Tanya Burr, you know, like Fleur de Force, and everything that they liked, I obviously liked.
Do you know how many freaking blushes I bought because of Tanya Burr? And I've never been a blush girl, hello? So I've definitely bandwagoned.
I feel like nowadays I'm much more critical when it comes to products, and even when products get really ultrally hyped, I'm like, but is it really that good? If a product is really overly hyped, I want to test it out and then tell you my opinion. I'm not just like, oh, that product is so good because she said it or he said it. No. I want to try it and then I can tell you if it is worth buying or not. And the last question is things other creators do that get on your nerves. When I see other influencers do ad or not disclose that it's an ad, or me just feeling that they're not truthful and that they've just been paid to say whatever, that gets on my nerves so much. I'm just like, ugh. From time to time, unfortunately, in the Danish YouTube community or just influencer world, I do see companies choose to use a fashion blogger or YouTuber who's bigger, who's got more engagement, more followers, instead of someone that is a beauty influencer that may be smaller but definitely know what he or she is talking about. It just annoys me so freaking much when companies, they only look at the followers and not the knowledge. We don't really have that big a beauty community here in Denmark, and I think the biggest reason is also that so many companies, they tend to use fashion bloggers instead of beauty influencers. So they get the credit, they get the campaign, they get the money, they get the exposure, and then all of the beauty influencers who really know what they're talking about and who's so passionate about makeup, they get zero. Gets on my nerves, and that's probably the one biggest thing that I really hope companies will learn from. But on that note, guys, that was all from my The Truthful YouTuber tag, and I really hope you found this interesting and funny. I really like doing it. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a huge thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Follow me on TikTok and Instagram, and let me know if you want me to do more of these tag videos here in my YouTube channel. I found it so much fun and also very truthful. But thank you so much for watching. Remember, I love you all to the moon and back and everywhere else. Mwah!